My name is Charity Irochu, a SOT B student 2018 of Love Being World Technology. I'm here to talk about the common graphic mistakes to avoid when designing. Well, it doesn't matter if you are a brand new designer looking to jump into your first order, or you're an old hand who is looking for a refresher. These common graphic mistakes can ambush any designer and potentially cause a lot of harm. So take a look through these critical mistakes you need to keep an eye out for to be an effective designer. The first mistake to avoid is not understanding instruction. It's the responsibility of the designer to ensure they understand those instructions given to them as regards the client's choice of design, even if that requires additional queries sent to the client. Not understanding the client's choice of design can pose a big problem to a graphic designer. Creative Block highly suggests going over the client directives multiple times while taking notes and also brainstorming. In graphic design, it involves so much of brainstorming to bring out an effective job. Whenever something confusing crops up in the directives, it's critical that you get in contact with the client right away in order to clear things up, because that will go a long way to help your design. One mistake to avoid is staying in the box. Graphic design is a creative process, and as such, you need to be very creative in order to truly be successful. You can go crazy and wild, try things out, experiment and play around, because your creativity determines the outcome of your work. Not everything will be a success, but nothing will be if you don't try at all. So keep trying and then give your job the best hit. The third mistake to avoid is too many fonts. Planet of the Web suggests using no more than 3 fonts in any single layout. It would be better to stick to just 1 or maybe 2 fonts, because so many fonts get your work not to look so organized and to pass the message across, but a single font adds continuity, which is actually a very good idea. The fourth mistake to avoid is checking for spelling. Yes, you are a graphic designer and not a writer. I agree with that, but that doesn't give you an excuse to pass on proper spelling. While you may feel that running a quick spell check after finishing your project is all you will need, there are plenty of graphic design mistakes that spell check system can miss out. So follow creative pro advice. Pay close attention to the details and comb over your project before sending them as things to print. So check for spelling and make sure they are correct and intact. The fifth important mistake to avoid is overpromise and then underdeliver. When it comes to graphic design, you rarely, if ever, find a job that is quick, because it involves creativity and brainstorming. So when discussing deadlines and expectations with your client, you will want to make sure you don't promise them something amazing and at the end of it you fail to meet that promise. So I would advise you avoid overpromise, then underdeliver. In conclusion, the mistakes that graphic designers make include not understanding the instruction from the client, not researching their business, raising their expectations due to loud promises, use of many fonts, colors, and they end up making the design complex and so on. It would be good if the designer just keep it simple and then beautiful. That will give him a perfect work. Thank you so much. Presentation by Charity Irochu.